So I'm going to show some people that they probably never recognized or realized. All right, so Earth was molting in early Earth. It was a molting planet. Now, insects molt. Okay, molting process begins when epidermal cells respond to hormonal changes by increasing their rate of protein synthesis. Okay, our planet was molting in early Earth. All right. What happened was protein synthesis was created. Okay. Now the Earth is alive, and I'll believe this till the day I die. It's a gigantic eukaryote. Okay, and it acts just like any other living cell. Okay, and we even know by our literature, but we're not paying attention to it because it's giving us clues like this that we're not paying attention to. Okay. Again, a molting process begins when epidermal cells respond to hormonal changes by increasing their rate of protein synthesis. All right? In early Earth, it was molting, creating protein synthesis, which will eventually create life from carbon-based and nitrogen-based organic compounds. All right? So I'm just throwing that out there. The planet's cilia. Okay, this is a eukaryotic cell, okay? Imagine it's the Earth. All these cilia on it are to purify air. Okay, that's just like the trees that we have, and the cilia in our lungs, and our throats that purify air. Okay, and this is why we have lung cancers, because we're killing the cell that we live on. All right, I'm just throwing that out there. All of this is analogous to the mantle and subglacial areas, anything under the ground, molting. Here's the molting core. You have your mantle, you have your crust, you have all the constituents of a cell. Okay? Our planet is literally a eukaryote. Okay? Now we see the patterns all in nature telling us. And, there are still people out there that cannot believe it. And I don't see why, because it speaks for itself. Okay? Here's a tree branch. Here's a tree here. Here's a lung. Okay, it's the same thing, same pattern. You know why? Because it has to do with oxygen and purifying the air and helping the planet breathe and the life on it. You see what I'm saying? Here's a tree stump and a fingerprint. Same thing. I'm sure there's been a lot of people that's seen this meme here, but it's real. It applies in every regime, even the universe. Just like a mycelium network. The universe is literally a mycelium network. Now, it might be cosmic, but that doesn't make it any different. Okay, here's the planet here, okay? It's got all of its weird happenings. I call them weird happenings going under here, going on. You see what I'm saying? Just like in a cell, all the little weird happenings. Oh, I'm just throwing this out here. Electromagnetic fields are actually around cells. Yes, cells actually have electromagnetic fields like stars and planets. Okay, I can't make this shit up, okay? I'm telling you. There's something here that we say, oh, well, no, we'll just never know. Okay, look, if you want to limit your brain like that, that's your choice. I choose to know, okay? I choose rather to think, but to know. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think, I know. Just like, I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, okay? I would rather not follow someone that limits themselves. And then me just say, well, I have to limit to myself to what these people believe because, they believe that and that's how I categorize myself. No, there ain't no damn way. Okay? If somebody says I have to choose a group and label myself and not believe what I want to believe, then to hell with you. Okay? You can limit yourself all you want and class yourself, categorize yourself. Look, I'm not a sheep. I don't follow. Okay? I won't follow someone else. I'll derive my own theory and think for myself. And so far, all of this so-called unexplained stuff can be simply explained by understanding that life is a lot bigger than just humans. Okay? We're not the center of the universe. There's a whole planet that we live on that is a living organism. And I'm going to explain the weird happenings. Now, when you look into space and you see all kinds of weird happenings, stars and blowing up and orbits and moons and all this stuff, okay? It doesn't look like it's anything but a bunch of weird happenings going on in space. Okay? Now, if you zoomed into your body and you seen like cells transferring energy one place to another, a chemical enzyme being released that transfers energy or something like that, you're just seeing a bunch of weird happenings, okay? You don't know what any of it means. You just see all kinds of weird stuff happening. But when you get outside and look inside the box, you'll see that it makes up something, okay? All the weird happenings fit together like a puzzle that makes up something larger, all right? So all the weird happenings mimic another weird happening on a larger level or a smaller level, okay? But it's all life all the same, because plasma is life no matter what. A star is a living being, okay? It's living plasma. Just because it doesn't eat and drink doesn't mean it's not alive, okay? Just because it doesn't have a heartbeat and breathe doesn't mean it's not alive. It's a living being, okay? It's, plasma, just like we are. We are bioplasma. Therefore, plasma fractals are everything alive, okay? And that is the universe too. It's a living universe because it is animated, it is moving, it is doing things, it is progressing, evolving, reducing back to ash because it is a carbon-based life form, okay? Just because it's the universe does not mean it's not a carbon-based supreme existence or carbon-based supreme being. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Religion all aside, the definition of supreme being is supreme existence, which is space-time and matter. The word God derives from theos, hence the term theology, which means to see, to look at, to observe, okay? So just our literature can indicate something to us if we choose to acknowledge it, okay? That's all. It doesn't have anything to do with fighting, arguing, cussing, bitching, and moaning. You want the world to be a better place, you acknowledge some truth, and that's all you got to do. The end. But that is complicated because, as Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth. And people just cannot.